how would you suggest for somebody to get over that, especially if there's not that drive of I'm full on passionate about it, or I'm going to do this for a living, so I darn well better get it together. So what would you say to someone who keeps plateauing or not getting to the next level?
It's way more fun the better you get. It just is.
Yeah.
It's more fulfilling. It's more inspiring to yourself, even if you're not playing with other people, but especially if you play with other people. Other people will get inspired. I mean, the better you are at anything, the more fun it is.
Right.
That was the bottom line for me, because I like to have fun with stuff. But this is something I
seem kind of a boring guy. I don't know.
Right. This is something
I'm really surprised by this.
This is something I learned from my brother Ron, who
Which
was.
one's he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ron is number 4.
Okay.
And so he was a prodigy on percussion, and he ended up going to Manhattan School of Music, and went there for 2 years and got a position at the Seattle Symphony, and played with the Seattle Symphony for, I want to say, almost 47, 48 years.
Wow.
And he passed away a few years ago, but I learned from him, and early on, and it's funny that the way that I seem to learn, I learn by watching and listening, by an example that someone sets. I don't necessarily learn that much from people telling me something, literally, but I learn it, for some reason I just soak it up by osmosis. And so I learned this from my brother Ron. He said, it's like, music is a blast. I already knew that. Music, it's so much fun. He goes, and the best fun is when you prepare enough to where it's perfect. And in classical music, that's obviously something that is quantifiable, and more improvisational things, not necessarily.
Sure.
But if you play it perfectly, and you know it inside out, you never make a mistake, and you're the one that everybody can count on to be perfect every time. He says, at that point, you just goof off, and you're having fun.
Like really just on another level, enjoying the music, and you're not worrying about, here comes that hard part. You just can relax, and you're enjoying everything. Yeah.
And that's what I learned. It's all about the preparation. It's like everything about having a good gig has nothing to do with the actual gig, with the playing. It's about what you did before. And this concept is used in so many different points of interest and endeavors. There's like with fighting. I'm a fan of like UFC type stuff. So I did some combat sports in younger years, and they say when you get highly stressed in an extreme situation, you don't rise to the occasion. The analogy is you fall to the level of your training.
Sure.
And that's always it. You don't, when you're doing a gig and you don't have that part, you can't play that part 10 times in a row without thinking about it and have it perfect. The chances are you're going to psych yourself out, and you come to that part and it's like, crap. Because you always fall to the level of your training. You want your level of training to be here, and your goal is here, but your level of training, at the very least, it's going to be fantastic, and that's what I learned from my brother Ron. And he was just the biggest goof off ever. He was hilarious, and he's doing this super serious, he was a mallet specialist. He would do that 4 mallet stuff like crazy, like, and changing the intervals with these 4 mallets, and I'm like, it's mind blowing to me. But he put in so much time at doing it. So that's what I learned from him. You get it right at practice, and you have it. It's done. Then you get to the gig, you don't even think about it. It's kind of like, for me, it's like we get to the show, and it's like I just turn on the switch. And I just
all
go.
That, like
and
saying,
I just
all that
go.
Training.
I just go. I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Really don't even think about it. When I'm playing, the most fun parts is when I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm almost just sitting back and watching myself, but it's just coming out because of all the prep.
Yeah, because you can be the observer, because the other part of you is really doing the work.
Yeah.
And so you can have another part of you that just sort of watches
Yeah.
all this stuff
Yeah.
and really enjoys it.
Yeah, yeah, because I can
very
I can
cool.
split where I can watch the whole band and see and hear what's happening, you know, while I'm playing.
Right.
And it's like my playing.
level. It's a deeper level of engagement, isn't it?
I guess, yeah, yeah, yeah,
You're not just focused on yourself. Now you can really, now that you have yourself taken care of,
yeah.
you can really be part of the whole thing.
Right.
Instead
right.
of worrying about, here comes that part. Oh.
Yeah, yeah, yes. I try to never ever have that feeling. I don't like that feeling. I've had that feeling, you know, in the past. And
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling.
Right.
So what do you do?
So you get prepared.
What do you do to not have that feeling? Get prepared.
Yep.
Learn that crap.